Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Eduardo Shirenzi, Patricia Epperson, Joe, Taro, Run Conditioner, Love Taro. Thank you everyone. Do you guys remember? I don't remember how long ago I said it. I said Elon Musk would have some legal issues. Well, he's being investigated by, I don't know if it's a governmental body or something like that, but don't be surprised. It may not happen during the Trump time in office. Expect major news when it comes to legal ramification for some of the activities, him and Doge, among other things that he has done while he was in the Trump administration. That's my prediction. I said it a while back, he would have some legal issues. But as I was reading, it's a short article, it's going to be a lot worse than that. And there is potential for something here to happen. And since obviously I'm not a lawyer, I don't know exactly how those things work. He may be open to make a deal for money, exchange money for, or either reduce sentence or something to that effect. Okay, but it's on video. That's my first prediction today. The next reference is this morning I took the time to read Marjorie Green's meeting when she was talking to the New York Times, the article they have on the New York Times. Oh my God. I predicted it since over a year ago that she would be leaving Congress because she wasn't making enough money at the time. But I knew she was going to leave. It was a matter of time. And as we know, I've always said that, and we all know, Trump's friends only last. I mean, the loyalty goes one way, towards him. It seems like she did not realize that. This is going to be damaging to Trump and the people around him because she understands the inner working. Just like Elon Musk did, he went and lived at Mar-a-Lago. She understands MAGA. MAGA right now is crumbling. And if Trump and people around him are not careful, she may inherit that. Remember, I told you guys, there is going to be a small percentage of the MAGA movement that will stick with Trump, no matter what. She may share that small percentage that's left with him. So he'd probably end up with an even smaller share. But intuitively, I feel that article is causing a lot more damage to Trump and the people around him. And also, as I'm saying this, I'm seeing wills that interview, or those interviews she gave to, I don't remember the name of that magazine, okay, is still resonating and it's still causing damage to Trump and the people around him. And a lot of people in Trump's cabinet, those she talked about, are very unhappy about how honest she was with her interviewer and basically how she views everyone she talked about. And they were, according to reports, she gave accurate portrayal. I'm mispronouncing it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Portrait of these people. Okay, so. And totally, I feel we may not know about it yet, but early next year, the ramification of that situation is going to come bust wide open for people to know what's going on behind the scenes at the White House. The next reference, I feel, I'm segueing into the first topic and the title. Trump is attacking everyone, basically. And it's a matter of time when you do these things. You step on the wrong person's toes, or a number of people, in his case, that's what I feel is, there is a negative energy, meaning a whole bunch of people that Trump has attacked, and they feel singularly they are not enough to take him on, but they are waiting, looking, and Marjorie Green doing what she did, nothing happened to her. Massey, nothing happened to him. And she's looking at others who want to follow in their footsteps. It's coming. And it's not only going to be people in the House, even people outside, that things that we're not aware of yet that have happened will stand up and go after him. And I am sure you guys have heard that he blurted out something that was supposed to be top secret. The CIA bombed, according to the news, the CIA bombed someplace in Venezuela, an empty dock or something like that. It's part of the pressure. But what Trump does not understand, and the Chinese understand it, Putin understands it, Venezuela understands it, whatever the name of the president is over there, he's trying to, push out, okay, that he doesn't have the support of the American people. And Americans are having enough financial problems right now. They don't need a war on top of it. And if you listen to what Marjorie Green said in her, the article that's written about her, she said he's going to become a lame duck. So he needs something to do or something to make himself relevant. He's going to start wars and, attack other countries. And that's what he's doing. I made that prediction before, but it's worth repeating. If he attacks a country, if he's doing little prick, then when you give somebody a needle, you prick the person, people are not going to rise up. But if he starts a war with any other country, which he's very tempted on doing because, and it's not only him, Stephen Miller and those guys, they have no experience. Things have always gone their way. They've never got a punch back in the face or held responsible for anything because they've always had money. And in Stephen's case, it seemed like he was always in government. So things, there was a certain level of, people say, well, don't push it too much, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And now that he's around, well, the presidency of this country, that's a lot of power. He's drunk on power. It's not only him. And intuitively, I feel like saying that's part of what Wiles, part of the reason why Wiles did the interview, not only to let America know who's governing us, but how they think. And we can deduct from that their propensity to do stupid things. because except maybe for Rubio, I don't remember too much negative. Well, to me, he came across as an opportunist, but she didn't call him dumb. And he's not a bootlicker like Miller. But the rest, I didn't get a good feeling about from the interview that they were competent. In fact, I don't remember reading or seeing the word competent in that article. And to a degree, I feel it's a warning to all of us. I don't see Trump invading Venezuela, but because he's afraid of what can happen here. But the point I'm trying to make is China and those countries, they won't be afraid to rally around Venezuela if they want to. And that's one of my concerns. Trump is not expecting that. He's so drunk on power, just like Miller. A little prick, needle prick like this morning, it's nothing. And totally, I feel like saying he is tempted to escalate, to do something more, because he doesn't feel what he did today caught Maduro's attention. It will backfire. That's my prediction. But my friends, him attacking everybody, everywhere, everything at once. If you notice, the Kennedy Center, he put his name on it, it's crumbling. People are canceling performers. They contracted to perform there are bailing out. People don't go there anymore. It's crumbling. That's what he's doing to this country as well. Some of the stuff that he's doing about to crater our economy. And the other big thing, and I'm going to talk about it towards the end if we have enough time, is the effect of deporting all those undocumented, supposedly criminals. The effect on the economy. It's too soon now, but what's the number that's going to come out next year when they tabulate the damage that this thing has caused? And when a long time ago, I don't remember exactly how many years, but at least 10 years ago, I remember a Republican said, young people don't need to go to college. They can pick up a trade and stuff like that. To me, it sounded like you don't have to educate yourself. They can be well educated. Their kids can be well educated. They have a super class. That's what they were trying to create. Okay. And that's why it feels like to me, 75 million people who listen to those guys, well, their kids or whatever, okay? To me, that's why Trump is where he is, because they're not informed. They think someone who's been selling real estate is a good businessman. He's filed numerous bankruptcies. Not that anything is wrong with bankruptcy, but according to reports, I don't have to give it to predict anything. His father left him a boatload of money, and he went bankrupt. He was not able to manage it. How is he going to be able to manage our government? And now he's unrelenting into destroying it. That's one of my concerns right now. Firing all these people. Right now, he's after power again. Okay. Deporting all these people all at once because of their hatred for anyone that's different. They're not putting pen to paper to see the effect on the country, they just do it. And that's how they all do it. From Elon Musk, Trump, Miller, everything is okay, that's what we want. Forget the economy and everything else. We will rebuild it, yeah, as if they built it to begin with. And intuitively this morning I was getting this. Trump is going to do to this country what he did to his businesses. Run us into the ground. That's what I feel is coming. And I'm sure you guys heard that this morning he started saying he wants to fire the Fed chair. And I'm sure you've heard as well reports that investors are getting themselves ready. If he puts a lackey in there that will execute his command, whatever he decides to do, they're going to jump ship. It's scaring to me. Let's see what happens. But my prediction is he's going to do to our economy and this country. Wait when we see the numbers come out next year, the effect of going to different places, arresting people in their workplace, deporting them, abusing them. And that's going to cost us a lot of money too, abusing all these people. They're going to turn around and sue us, our tax money. But the feeling is not very good. One of you sent me a text. When was that? Yesterday? Or this morning I read it. One of you texted me she had a dream that she saw a whole bunch of houses catching on fire. And she says it's the interpretation is businesses that are, people that are, companies that are going out of business. And I agree with that. I don't remember who sent it to me. I found out to look. But yes, that's what we are looking at, my friends. And it's not pretty. And there is someone I want to say thank you to. Please bear with me. She sent me, a pretty good chat. A pretty good donation, that's what I want to say, sorry. Thank you very much to Rachel Drakeford for your generosity in the super chat. Yesterday, I couldn't remember where I put the file. I wanted to take a minute to say thank you to Rachel. I appreciate the donation. Okay. And the next reference is, one second, I wrote it down because I've been speaking and I'm not keeping track of what I posted. Oh, let me see. Oh, no, it's an ethic board that's investigating Musk. Okay, so, right. The other person I have not spoken much about is Kennedy. I no longer have the topics that I have on my title at the top anymore, so I have to look. Right now, it seems like it may look like he's on a winning streak. And intuitively, I feel the end of February, March, Kennedy is going to have some answers for some of his initiatives because they're going to backfire. And also, we have a lot of powerful medical people, experts and scientists. Right now, it feels like to me they're giving him time to implement his Maha stuff. And I'm sure you guys heard I believe it's South Carolina, a lot of kids are coming down with different diseases that we thought were eliminated or we have been able to control over the last few years, they are flaring back up. It's going to get worse. Don't be surprised if he's not fired. It may not happen before June. It may happen sometime around next summer that he's one of those cabinet members that the House impeach. Watch that space. He's pretty arrogant right now, and he's fixated on doing what he wants to do. But in the meantime, people's babies are going to die. And I don't think he's ready for what's to come. If he thinks, I don't remember the name of the country where he went, hundreds of people died because of his shenanigans. The same thing he's doing here now. If he thinks he's going to get away with doing the same thing here, he's sadly mistaken. Because people are not just going to sit down and take it. There's going to be hearing in Congress why certain things are happening. And I don't know how this works. He's not going to be the only one. Can somebody please tell me what I am getting? It's like in a malicious way. When you do something, you know it's wrong, but you do it anyway, it hurts people. That's what I am seeing when I want to say this guy is going to be impeached. Can somebody please tell me what happens when you do that? Because it feels like, to me, there's potential for him to go to prison for this. Those of you who know a lot better about this than I do, please let me know. But don't be surprised. Just like Bundy, who may end up in prison. The same thing with Kennedy. And it's going to have to do with people's kids dying. Right now, he's saying vaccines are killing or hurting people. The same thing we experienced during COVID. But no one went after Trump. People are going to go after him because they're all counting on what he's saying, his advice. Oh, you don't have to vaccinate your baby. They're going to listen to his advice. Hopefully they will listen to their pediatricians, but a lot of them won't. But some places are going to become overwhelmed with the number of cases of things we thought we eradicated that are making a comeback. And he's going to suffer the consequences. That's my prediction. Okay. Now, the last topic I have is Jojo Jota says willful misinformation. I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds right. Patricia Epperson says, I blame parents for some of this. Yes. But, unfortunately, some of them, if it fits their, how they feel about certain things, they go with it and they put their kids at risk. Gross negligence sounds right too, but he's going to call on the carpet for it. He may go to prison. And he's not going to be, what, guys? He's not going to be the only one that are going to be going to prison. It feels like to me. I predicted it a while back. For the first White House, a whole bunch of people went to prison. Some of them are still, their cases, legal cases, are still unfolding. For example, Meadow, okay, because he's facing state charges. I don't know if anyone at the Trump administration itself went to prison, but as we know, the January 6th crowd went to prison. I'm trying to figure out, because remember I said a lot of people would go to prison? I still feel the same way. So, and it feels like to me, this time around, members of his cabinet are going to get caught, not only with major legal bills, and but they're going to go to prison. Bundy, to me, unfortunately for her, things are not looking very good, and it's not only her. But Wiles, remember I told you guys, Wiles' thing is going to be, well, I try to warn everyone. I don't think she's going to stay, by the way. I said that a while back, the minute I heard about the article, when she gave the interviews, I said, she's not going to stay. Let's see what happens. I still feel the same way. She's not going to stay. And according to reports, Trump is going to make some changes in the coming year. I mean, because he didn't want, according to reports, and I heard in the news, he didn't want people to perceive him, his current administration, to be the same as the last one. The way people used to get fired, as if he was doing the apprentice thing. But according to what I hear in the news, I'm sure you guys heard it as well, some people are going to go. But I still feel there's going to be a lot of changes in this administration, because a lot of people are afraid of not only the House changing hands, but they feel the country is heading in the wrong direction. They didn't sign up for this. Watch. Okay. But I like to make sure I let you guys know, yes, he is doing, Nana Binana says, unfortunately, the Democrats in the House and Senate are not making enough noise. They are trying. I agree with you, Nana, but it's difficult to hear when you are not in power. A couple of them are punching through. Crackhead. Oh my God, I forget his name. He's from California. He's doing an amazing job. The young Hispanic gentleman, okay, who's basically in charge and calling out everything he possibly can about the Epstein files. Okay, Raskin. There are a number of them that are doing very well, but it's very hard when you're not in charge. When when you don't have the majority. Raymond Di Pasquale says, Maha Eagle, measles are here again. Oh my God, yes, it's a problem. But they are doing the best they can with what they have. Okay. I'm looking to see if there are any questions, and then Robert Garcia, thank you, Mr. McCracken. I can never remember his name. Hi, artist. Okay. Now, the last Vanity Fair is, thank you very much. Marilyn Landis is the magazine that interviewed Wells. Ari says, I think Rokana is great. Yes, all these people. And that's the other thing. That Epstein thing that Trump is attacking and doing everything he possibly can to make it go away. Did you guys hear the last thing? In fact, I read it in the article, the New York Times article from Marjorie Green. You know what he said? That if he allows those documents to be released, they're going to hurt his friends. And I can't believe this. The victims, they didn't do anything to deserve an audience with him. I think it's more than that, my friends. Okay? The notion that, He doesn't, this is going to hurt too many people. If he thinks this is going to, oh boy, I'll talk about the last topic I have on my title. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't feel that's good. That's a good enough excuse not to release this thing. In fact, to me, intuitively, he's digging the hole deeper. Okay, and the other thing is, MAGA has basically put their teeth into that stuff, and they're not letting go. And I don't know how many of you. MAGA is in disarray. Okay. Megyn Kelly is under fire from Mark Levin, I believe his name is, because she said some crazy thing about Jews or something like that. Okay. And he calls her the mother of the KKK. The Epstein files, the economy, Trump wanting to start wars, all that kind of stuff. Intuitively, my prediction is him, Vince, nor Musk are going to be able to put MAGA back together. It doesn't matter how much money Musk dumps into that situation, because I'm sure you guys have heard reports that Vince is doing the best he can to bring Musk back into the fold. But Musk is under investigation. I don't see how anybody in the Trump administration is going to get out unscathed. That's my prediction. They're all going to have some kind of major situation going on by the time this administration is over. Artist is asking, do you see RFK Jr. staying or getting dumped? He will get dumped after a while, because, like I said, next year, around March, April, okay, there are things that are cooking up in the background that are going to come to the surface. People, illnesses that are going to be spreading. This guy is going to have problems, okay? They probably dump him. I don't feel a lot of those people that I'm talking about, Bundy's not going to prosecute them. But watch the next AG. He's not only going to go after those people, he's going to go after Bundy too. Yeah. And Marjorie Green, I almost forgot to say that as I'm talking about the Kennedy stuff. The thing is, she confirmed that Mike Johnson is only a lackey. Trump is in charge. He only does what Trump tells him to do. Although yesterday I think I mentioned it here, because someone who has connection in the house or something to that effect said that I repeated it. But Marjorie Green said the same thing, because this morning I had time to read her article. My friends, the stench of this administration is going to be unbelievable when the time comes for them to face justice for basically trying to destroy this country. And yes, they've done a lot of damage. I don't think they realize what's coming. A lot of them are afraid. But when they're done, when they force them to face what they've done, yeah. But I said that a long time ago. Most of them, the people Trump put in his cabinet, they're not acting on their own. They are given a list of things to do. If you notice, they are all anti whatever the agency is supposed, the function, they are anti the function that the agency is supposed to perform. Okay, for example, the Department of Education, that woman who used to be an MMA, whatever, owner of an MMA company, okay, The wrestling company her and her husband use, or still own, I don't know. I don't know much about them. She's dismantling the Department of Education because she believes in doing it. But she's not qualified to do that. Elon Musk went throughout the government and dismantled everything, but he's going to pay. As I'm saying this, I'm seeing him running around to different agencies. But I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, because he has so much money, you guys know better than I do, if you can make it, settle with the government, you pay a large sum of money so you can avoid jail. I don't know if that's possible. Or to reduce his sentence. I don't know if you can do that. That's what I feel there may be an offer he'll make. But Elon Musk, he's gonna have to answer for starting the destruction of our government. And USAID, there's going to be a special price to pay for that. That's my prediction, because of the millions of people who are dying because of what he did. He basically dismantled USAID. Watch that space. Okay. All right, friends. Let me see if there are questions. What do you think RFK's personal future might be? The pets. He's not going to have many friends after this. Oh, this guy, his life is going to stink after this. I'll tell you that. That's my prediction. He's going to regret. He ever took that. No, he's not going to regret it, not in public. He will probably apologize just so people can leave him alone. But I don't want to be in RFK's shoes. Anyone who's in the Trump administration, I would not want to be in their shoes when this is over. And it's coming sooner rather than later. That's my prediction. Okay, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel and you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That would help me a lot. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot too. Keep the video going. And I am sending a link to my daily shows using the communication board that we have. Okay. The channel board. So because that's one way, if people cannot, or I don't show on their feed, at least they see the link, they can click on watch the video. So if you see it, that's why I am doing it, so that everyone knows. Again, thank you, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Yikes. Till then, bye.